Hi friend, and welcome to my channel. I'm Angelique. So today I'm coming to you with a new Bobbi Boss unit. This one is in the style MBLF 400 Adri, and it's in the color number TT2 Caramel. So here's what the stock card for her is looking like. And this is going to be a 13x4 glueless frontal wig. As far as the special colors on this one, you are going to get 6 special colors. So for the cap construction on this unit, you are going to get that 13x4 HD lace parting space. And you're also going to get 2 combs that are right in the front next to that parting space. You're going to get this adjustable elastic band as well as a comb in the back and your adjustable straps. And this one was made on a mesh wig cap. So now I'm just showing you guys what it looks like with the lace still on my head. And as you can see, the hairline is not really plucked that much, so I know I'm definitely going to have to go in and pluck this one out for sure. I guess you get what you pay for this one, you guys, because this one is on the cheaper side. This one runs at about $34.94. So yes, you can see the hairline on this one is looking pretty dense. So that I showed you guys how it looks with it on my head, I'm just going to slap it on the mannequin and give you guys a real quick 360 of this unit. Like I said, it's in the color TT2 Caramel, so I feel like this one is going to be perfect for the spring and the summer months. As far as the texture on this one, the texture feels really nice. It feels like it's giving like a soft, relaxed yaki. It definitely isn't leaning towards the silky side, which I was a fan of. So now I'm just going in and starting to prep the unit for my plucking. And of course, what I do with one side, I'm going to do with the other. So as I'm parting out the hairs, I'm just trying to go in sort of a curved motion just so that I'm not getting that straight across effect, if that makes sense. So now, as you guys can see, I'm plucking behind the area that I've parted out. And I did go ahead and slap a white t-shirt underneath the wig just so that you guys can actually see the progress as I'm plucking out the hairline. And of course, like I said, what I do to one side, I'm doing to the other. So to avoid any gaps or anything like that, I'm plucking behind the area that I've parted out and not actually on that defined part, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm kind of moving in a sporadic sort of zigzag motion behind the hair that I've parted out and just thinning it out from that aspect. The hair itself, the density feels like it's about 150%, so it's like medium density. But for some reason, it seems like a lot of that hair was packed in the front, so I definitely did have to go in and put some work in when it came to plucking this unit out. So honestly, I definitely would not say that this is going to be a beginner-friendly unit. It is if you're willing to just wear it as it comes, but I feel like in comparison to the newer units that are out, Bobbi Boss kind of dropped the ball with this one. I understand that their price is probably on the lower point because it doesn't have a plucked hairline, but I just feel like, in my opinion, it's not necessarily worth putting all this work in just for a little bit of a lower price when it comes to a synthetic unit. I feel like a lot of us who pick up these synthetic units are looking to do minimal work when it comes to them, so I definitely was not a fan with the amount of plucking that I had to go in and do. I feel like you guys know that I've been getting better and trying to put more work in when it comes to plucking my units, but I feel like lately I haven't had to do as much work as I did when it comes to this Bobbi Boss unit. And honestly, all of the new Bobbi Boss units that I picked up, I had to do an excessive amount of plucking, which I just wasn't here for. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, you guys. If you do pick this one up, you may not really be pleased with it just because, like I said, it's not going to come like this out of the box. You're going to have to put some work in if you want it to look like a natural hairline. And I'm just showing you guys here how much hair I actually plucked out of it. So now I'm just going to go in with my Femme Silkening Mist. This is going to act as a heat protectant and just add a natural shine and luster to the hair. So I like to go in and spritz that along the hair first before I add any heat to it. Then I'm just going to go in with my hot comb and start slicking those hairs back into the hairline. Just because, once again, I'm going to be doing this as a baby hairless install just so that you guys can see exactly what the hairline is looking like on this one. So that's what it's looking like after I've plucked it out and added some heat to it. And honey, I did pluck this one for dear life, as you could see. So now I'm just going to go in and start cutting my lace off. First, I'm going to go in with my embroidering scissors and start just cutting that lace into easy and manageable sections so that when I go in with my pinking shears, it's just easier to maneuver around cutting that lace right up and close next to the hairline. And now I'm just going to go in with my scalloped pinking shears and cut that lace off entirely. And as I always say, I really just like these pinking shears because it makes me save more time but not needing to go in with either eyebrow razors or my embroidering scissors and moving in an up and down wavy motion. These scissors already come with that pattern in it, so it just cuts down on the amount of time that it takes to cut the lace off. So I really am a fan of these scissors and also of the serrated pinking shears. And now I'm just going to go in with my Ebin lace tint spray in the color medium dark brown and tint that lace. So that's what it's looking like once I've tinted that lace. And now I'm just going to go in and start installing it on my head. And as you can see, I feel like plucking the unit out definitely made a world of difference for it. I feel like now the hairline is definitely looking more manageable. It's looking more reasonable, more realistic. Now I'm just going to go in and start parting this bad boy out. One thing I can say definitely when it comes to Bobbi Boss units is they do know what they're doing when it comes to their color. I really like the fact that they're able to get such a natural look when it comes to the color. It doesn't look like blocky or splotchy synthetic wig blends, if that makes sense. They do a really good job at making the colors naturally flow into each other. As you can see, you get that dark root, which is going to be a color number 2. And then it flows into that caramel color, but I like the dimension of the caramel because you'll see the peaks of that lightish blonde color and then it's like layered with brown. So I feel like they did a really, really good job at blending this color together. And I feel like this color blend is really good for somebody who's not necessarily comfortable with wearing colors just because it's not doing too much, but it's doing just enough, if that makes sense. So now I'm just going to go in with my liquid concealer and put that on my makeup sponge and then just start going and applying that around the perimeter of the hairline. I am wearing this unit glueless, you guys, so I would say that it's glueless like it advertises on the card. My head is about 22 to 22.5 inches in circumference, and I feel like this one is fitting my head pretty perfectly. Also, I did go in and adjust the adjustable straps as tight as they can go just to make sure I'm getting that security and not needing to add any additional product. So I think if you have a large size head, you should be fine with this one. Now I'm just going to go in with my The Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's and the color Yoda and start applying that also around the perimeter of the lace, just to make sure that I'm not seeing any of that white lace cast. And as you guys can see, this one is gonna come with like super long layers, which I like. I do wish I kind of went in and cut those layers down, but I was pretty fine with how the look came together overall. I think if I were to face frame some layers into it even more, it would have probably bumped up the look a bit, but I do think as a whole this one was cute. But definitely note, you guys, like I said, if you want it to look like this, you are going to have to put in work into plucking the hairline. It's not going to be just a quick and simple, easy pluck. I put in work plucking out that hairline, you guys. But look at the color. The color is very pretty. And like I said, the density on this one is sitting around 150%, so it's a perfect medium density. It doesn't feel thin at all. The texture is feeling really nice. It's feeling like a relaxed Jackie, which I am absolutely here for. This is going to be a human hair blend, so the quality of the hair itself felt nice. And as I was going in and styling the unit, I didn't experience any tangling, a little bit of shedding, but nothing too crazy. The hair was very flowy. I feel like you can tell that it's a human hair blend just because the quality of the hair felt really good. And of course, I'm just going to go in and style the unit in various ways just so that you guys can see. especially because the fact that I'm wearing it glueless, I feel like this gives you guys a realistic idea of how the unit's gonna look even when you're throwing it on your head and trying to get it styled and everything. This shows you that you truly can wear it glueless, even if you're gonna try to do different styles like half up, half down, all that other good jazz. I feel like this is like a good way to showcase the unit's versatility. So as far as my cons and pros on this unit, you guys, honestly, I'm gonna say my number one con is just the plucking that I had to do with this unit. You're not going to be able to get it to look like this out of the box with as much prep as you could do, no matter how much you hot comb it, no matter how much you try to finesse it. If you don't pluck it out, it's not going to really give the scalp that you may want it to give. So definitely just keep that in mind. So they do list this unit as pre-plucked. I'm not seeing that. I would say maybe just very minimally, barely pre-plucked. But like I said, I feel like if you want just like a nice, cute, realistic look, you're probably going to have to go in and do somewhat of work to the hairline. Maybe you don't have to go in and do as much plucking as I did, but as it comes out of the box, I just wasn't a fan of that. That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't say that this is a beginner-friendly unit. But honestly, that's probably going to just be the only con that I have with this unit, but I feel like that is honestly a big one just because how time-consuming it can be to pluck your unit out. But as far as my pros are concerned, my favorite pro with this unit is definitely going to be this color blend. I feel like this color blend is beautiful. I'm not somebody who wears colors outside super often, but I feel like this is one I would feel comfortable wearing because I feel like it has a pretty tone that complements my skin tone. So I was absolutely here for that. I really like the parting space. Like I said, this is going to be a 13x4 frontal. The fit on my head was really nice. The fact that I was able to wear this one glueless, the versatility of the styling options. I just feel like overall this was a pretty good unit. I think I would be able to say this is an absolute go and get her if the hairline was done the way that I feel like it should have been done. But if you're somebody who doesn't mind putting work into your synthetic units, then I definitely would say pick this one up. You probably won't be disappointed. But if you're somebody who's more of a lazy girl and you're just looking for something that's good to go out of the box, I would not suggest this one, you guys, to be honest, just because if you don't want to put the work in, you're not going to get this look. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this unit. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If it was, just make sure you give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment down below any of the units you want to pick up in any of the colors, honey. And until then, I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.